episode 2 of Unleashed Podcast. It's your girl Esther, the Nigerian queen.
It's your girl Christabel, the one and only sweet blackberry.
And it's your girl Izoldia, also known as Izzy.
Yeah.
So guys, you know what we're going to be talking about today? Shall we tell them what we're going to talk about?
Enlighten them.
Go ahead.
Guys, we're going to be talking about bonnets.
Hair bonnets / headscarves.
Hair bonnets, headscarves, and sexual attraction. And sex in general in the black community. Let's go.
Okay, so
dive into it.
my question is,
Okay.
is it suitable for a woman to wear her headscarf / hair bonnet in bed with her significant other? Could be a guy that she's linking, could be a guy that she's dating, or her boyfriend.
A boyfriend.
I wouldn't say
Why?
husband because, yeah.
This has
why
got something
not?
to say.
Why is it not suitable? Why shouldn't it be suitable? I think it's suitable.
Okay.
Why do you think? Come on, let's see why.
I think it's
You
suitable
were very
because,
eager to be
yeah,
I think it's suitable.
Because listen, I'm trying to save my hair. Do you understand? By wearing a bonnet or a headscarf or something. What's wrong with that? If you're not gonna love me with my headscarf, like, what more do you want? It's just a headscarf. Like, is it gonna make me unattractive? Are you not gonna wanna?
Well,
You're gonna want me? You don't want the yash?
You don't wanna. You don't wanna banana.
my thing is, I 100% agree with having your headscarf on / hair bonnet on in bed, because at the end of the day, these bundles are expensive. Do you get what I'm saying?
Gotta protect
so
your bundles.
I've got to protect it, number one, and I know things are gonna get steamy sometimes in a bedroom. Do you get what I'm saying? So I need to protect this hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So wearing it is not a problem.
It's not a problem. Me too. I second that because, I don't have the energy to keep my wig. You know how hot these wigs get? How can I be sleeping with my wig? Like, I don't get it. And the things, like, I can't pretend.
Yeah.
What did Kaz say in Love Island? Start as you intend to go.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
know,
That's
I
it.
want you to get used to it from the start.
Yeah.
So you won't be surprised when I pull it off, you know?
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, I'm going to have my headscarf. I'm going to have my bonnets because that's how you will see me.
Absolutely.
90% of the time, I'm in my headscarf and air bonnet.
Exactly.
Exactly.
At
It's
home.
only that 10% when you see on the gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think I'm a baddie. I'm actually your auntie at home.
In your morning coat and your slippers and that.
And that's about it.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't even think guys have a problem with it. Like, I think women are the ones talking about it. Like, it's
Because
an issue.
ZZ always, brings up that subject. Like, is it okay for a woman to?
I don't think Zizi wears wigs. That's why she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
see she always has weaves. And come on, we're in the 21st century now. Do you know, nobody has time for wigs anymore.
Oh.
Not even shade like that. I actually love Zizi. But I mean, when last have you had a weave?
I ain't doing nothing.
No sewings anymore.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm trying to have different colours.
Yeah.
I want to have short hair today. Like,
It's
long hair
true.
tomorrow. I want pink hair next week.
Yeah, it's
I don't
true.
have
Yeah.
time. And I feel like I just don't have the energy.
No, the reason why I
to-
brought up ZZ's name is because whenever she brings it up, like, there's always like a big uproar,
big uproar, yeah.
about it.
Because she thinks that you shouldn't start with it.
Yeah.
You should ease into
Yeah.
it.
Why ease?
Yeah.
Ease for what?
This is
I
what
don't
I'm saying.
understand.
I'm not gonna lie, I understand what she's saying because
Explain
when
it to me.
Kaz was
Yeah.
on Love Island,
Yeah.
did you see the comments? They were saying, why has Kaz got a chef hat on?
Bruv, what's wrong with her having her headscarf on? Like, I
How
don't
can you
understand.
violate man and say she's got a chef
Just
hat?
what? Just because she's on national television, she needs to pretend to be
Exact-
someone she's not.
Exactly.
But obviously that was the
I
first
rate-
time they've seen that.
So?
So,
So obviously it's a shock to the system, you
Oh,
know?
come
to what
on.
system?
Come on.
I think especially like guys that date mostly, like when black men that date mostly white women, and obviously they're used to, white women don't wear bonnets or scarves. So imagine you now bring a
But
black
we need
girl
to
home.
understand, it's 21st century. We can be walking to the
Yeah.
shops and people are wearing a hair bonnet. Do you get what I'm saying?
But no, that
Black people
one
take
triggers-
it. That's a bit
Like,
too
no,
much.
no, The only reason why I'm saying
triggers me.
the only
that's
reason
the real ghetto.
wait.
The
The
ghetto.
only reason why I'm saying that is because it's not. It's something of the norm. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not
It should
something
be a
new.
normal
Yeah, it's-
thing.
it's not something new.
It's not something new, but I think it's like if a guy is used to all his women like pretending, putting their wigs on to sleep. You know, like sometimes men have this unrealistic idea that it's like the girl that I took on a dinner with is what I want to be sleeping next to, and it's like,
Yeah.
No,
so you didn't
sir.
see your mom at home. Did your mom have wig on to sleep? You know, why are you expecting it? But I also understand it if that's what you're used to, because I feel like even back in the days when we used to have weaves, you know, it wasn't like a normal thing to take your weave off and put a bonnet on because you've got your weave on.
Yeah.
And maybe you put a headscarf on, I guess.
Yeah, you would.
But the bonnets is like, it's more out there now where it's like, oh, okay.
It's the new headscarf, I would say. That's what I would say.
It is.
It is. But Esther, you did say that you understand Zizi's point when she says you've got to ease it. I don't understand. Ease it for what, though?
Yeah, what
Because
are we
I
easing?
guess
Well, what are we easing?
I know we
it?
like, it's like this whole talk like pick me situation. Like
Yeah.
we all don't want to say I'm a pick me. But come on, we all want to be the desirable woman.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you desirable. Like, are you sexually attractive with a bonnet on? Like, do men think, you know what, I want to break that back with your chef hat on? Like,
Oh my god.
Men them gotta let us know about that because
yeah, we actually want to know from you guys. Do you see a girl with a chef hat and think, I need to stop calling it a chef hat. you see a
need
girl
to
with a
stop.
bonnet or a headscarf and think, I want to break that back. Personally, I have never had problems. They will even put it back on for me. Be like, okay, girl.
Esther revealing her love life, oh, please.
I've never had it. I just put it out there. So I personally don't know how men feel about it because we
Yeah.
can only know from a woman's perspective because
Exactly.
we just can't be bothered. Like
Yeah.
that's what we've been grown up doing.
exactly.
But when you see a lot of celebrities now, like the way that they do it as well, like they'll be like going to sleep with a full face of make. Well, okay, not full face, but they'll have their hair on. Do you know what I mean? So it's like.
I think it's sometimes also what we see in the movies. I think the movies need to start portraying and showing black women going to bed with them bonnets and scarves because all we've been seeing all along is them sleeping with them wigs and waking up the next day with wigs. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So
it starts off with what we actually see.
Yeah. Big up Annalise Keaton. To be fair, she didn't have like headscarf on, but she had a afro. Have you all watched How to Get Away with Murder?
no.
Bro, you need to watch it. You need to see
watched,
the
like,
way
2
they
episodes, I'll be
predict Annalise Keaton. Like, she literally makeup off, afro out.
Wow.
That's
like,
what we need to see.
Tears,
Wow.
boogie out,
Yeah.
like a real black woman, what you look like. And I
Love
think
it.
that's not really something we see on TV.
Yeah.
Like, even when you
Often,
see
yeah.
black women, we've got the weaves on, you know, like, it's like, we are like the filtered westernized version. And it's like, when we're at home, we have afros.
It's
we
true.
have our bonnet on.
We have
We have our
afros.
headscarf on. Like, I hate even wearing my wigs. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, do I even have to go out with my wig? Like, do you know what I mean? So I do think representation matters.
Yeah.
I think this is why this is even a conversation. It's like Kaz, people were so shocked because it never happened. And there were black people on Love Island
Yeah.
beforehand. How did they manage? Because
Honestly.
Priscilla was on before Kaz, wasn't she?
Yeah, it was Leanne and Priscilla.
Leanne, Priscilla.
I'm just
I
trying
can't
to remember.
They
I
never
think
I
no.
remember Leanne.
Leanne, didn't she still have her wig on, but
She would
wear
wear
a head wrap?
Yeah.
Yeah, Priscilla, I'm not sure.
I can't
no,
remember.
Priscilla actually took off her wig at.
Did she?
Yeah,
She
'cause
kept changing
She was
wigs.
changing wigs.
No, she was changing wigs, but we never seen her
Did
with...
she sleep with her wigs on?
Do you know what I mean?
I can't remember.
I think if she had like wig off, headscarf, you will remember. That's
I mean,
more
that means
memorable.
She slept with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Don't take my
Kaz-
word for it, but I don't know. But I can't remember.
Yeah.
they never
literally.
showed her without it. Really,
Kaz was the only one that whipped it off.
Exactly.
And I love it. I
Did you see
raised
someone was carrying her wig around?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Big up Cash. She
I
really
love that about
represents
her.
you black
Broke
people.
down
like,
that barrier.
We
of-
love
rooting for you,
you.
Kaz.
Do you know what? Kaz is a
Quick Kaz.
lovely person. Like she's
I know.
so amazing.
I think she really showed black women in a positive light.
Yeah.
Not like the other contestants
Oh,
did.
no, no,
yeah.
no,
Like,
no,
obviously
they did,
got
they
them
did.
as well. But I feel like Kaz really...
she just broke
She
down
made a
barriers.
statement.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And she got a lot of hate for it. I'm
know.
not going to
Oh, yeah.
lie.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, because it's like,
crazy.
oh, it's like, it's this weird. Because people just kept saying, what's that thing on Kaz's head? And I just think...
It's the same thing that you're carrying on your head.
Yeah. Just covered with a chef hat.
Innit? Like, these people that are trolling, yeah, come and see them behind the phone, how they look.
Exactly.
That is so true. Like, beautiful, beautiful Kaz. And you're going to come for her.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, but like, in terms of the sexual though, like, do you think, because obviously it is a...
I feel like it doesn't limit it. It doesn't
You
limit.
don't think
No.
It shouldn't limit because you're not having sex with the hair. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, is it the head that you're looking at? Like, what's going on?
I do think sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't want to, it's not my personal experience speaking for someone. You do see men have this tendency of wanting to pull something. They do, I don't know, I think it's porn. Porn has probably shaped people's idea of
You
sex.
don't have to pull anything.
I know, but come on, have you never experienced that? He's trying to pull and you're like, ah! And you're like, please don't take my
We're not in a movie,
on.
but okay.
But I do think it is like a thing where they have this fantasy of wanting to pull hair,
hair,
and do you know that even when you have your wig on, you're like, please, it's gonna come off.
Come on.
Do you know what I mean?
Hold on a little bit.
So I think that's another thing in terms of like sex and the like porn industry as well, because they've made it like a thing where you should really have hair, and it's like a fantasy really. So is it like men, because I've spoken to like guys about this, and I'm like, especially guys that I've dealt with, and they're like, I don't see the problem with it, but are they just different types of men that have a problem with it?
Yeah, it's just bougie men.
It's just bougie, man.
Bougie
Unnecessarily
men.
bougie.
Yeah, like honestly.
It's unnecessary bouginess.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. But I think we can go into that and actually talk about sex in the black community. I feel, are you guys?
I feel like it's a taboo.
it's
in our
a
country.
massive taboo.
Like, there's certain things that if you say to a guy, oh my gosh, would you go down on me? Their eyes will open as if they've seen something that is scary. Do you get what I'm saying? What is so bad about you going down on me?
I don't
But
understand.
you want me to give you head?
I
I
will
know,
never
that's-
understand it. How can you say you've had a lot of sex and you don't go down on women? I don't understand it.
They're in the closet.
Now, what I don't understand from what
Whole
Christabel
cat closet.
how can you one head and not give it back?
Literally, you want me to put this on that, but you don't want to
you
put that on this. Like,
Make
it's
it make
not-
sense,
it's not
boo.
making- But in that sense, I've had friends that will never go down on their man, and I think it's to do with
It's everyone's preference, really.
yeah. And I do think like I did a show, Sex Clinic, one time.
I saw it. Sorry.
Me too.
And I was just talking about what makes a good pussy. Can I even say that? I'll say pissoir.
Yeah.
It's like Zizi Mills. Pissoir. We're class.
How was it for you, by the way, for you to go onto that show? Because
Yeah, I mean,
talking about sex
to me,
on national
I
television.
No.
have no problem talking about sex. Like, to me, it's like we all do it. So why can't we talk about it? And I actually want to know how to have the best sex of my life. I don't want to die and think, is there anything I didn't experience? I want to be like, yeah, did that. I want to have flashbacks on my deathbed, like, yeah.
Into ourselves.
Flashback.
But like, I do think like in our community, especially in our community, it's such a taboo to talk about. Like when I went on that Sex Clinic show, like I was just talking about what makes a good pissoir.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got so much hate. I was dragged because I was saying I want to give my man a good pissoir if he's giving me a good dapoir. Do you know what I mean? But it's like people were saying I'm uneducated. I actually have a law degree and I'm a I work in law.
She's a lawyer.
So let's not even talk about.
She's a paralegal out here, okay?
You know what I
Respect
mean?
her.
Put some respect on my name.
We will sue you. Because we got a lawyer on our chair.
That's it.
But on the real, like, people assumed that I was not intelligent because I want to talk about sex. Do you know what I mean? They were like, our parents should be ashamed of her. And do you know the sad thing? I got it mostly from black women.
Ooh.
They were
And do you know what it is?
me.
They are the ones that are guilty of this.
Do you
That's
know what I
why they are
mean?
dragging you.
Yeah.
They too are watching it saying, oh, Esther's asked the question that
Do you know
I've
what
always
I
wanted
mean?
to
I
ask.
wanna know.
I bet they wanted the answers.
Yeah,
So why
I feel
are they
like they
dragging
probably...
you?
It's because it's a shame. Like, it's a thing in our community. Like, how dare you talk about sex, like, so boldly and you're not ashamed about it? And does that come from our parents not having that talk with us?
It's parents. Black parents.
I know this.
But you know what?
Yeah, go on.
I am so fortunate, from my own my own life, growing up, my mom is a counselor. And
sex counselor.
Not sex counselor.
No.
But she's counseled numerous people from different things, right? And my mom counseled me and my sister through like our upbringing. Anything, she was so open with us. Like, we had the sex talks, everything, sex education. School gave us sex education, but not enough. My mom gave us it all. And she told us the consequences if you do this.
Tell us,
she told
like,
us you gotta be protected.
One of the things she told you.
Yeah. Protection. Very important. Protect
What about
yourself.
pleasure? Did she ever tell you about pleasure?
No.
No?
She
Your mom
didn't.
didn't tell you?
No, she didn't. She's like, you will know what you're doing. You understand? She never told us about pleasure, but she told us about protection. I think those are very vital things. It's important
protection.
to speak about those things. And when I used to speak with my other peers about it, they were like, what? No, my mom would never. Like, it's like
a no-go zone.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like,
I feel
my
like
mom wouldn't even talk
there.
about it. Like, there was this Nigerian woman that she counsels couples. I can't remember her name, but she makes a living out of it. And basically, we were watching it with my mom, and she was talking about, you need to go down on your man. This is how you write on it. Like, she was going in. And I was watching it with my mom, and we were just having talks, and she was like, why is this woman so vulgar? Like, why are you talking about all this stuff? I'm like, but mom, you should be doing all this stuff. You know, you're married. You know, this is the stuff.
How do they think? Like,
do you know what I mean? As a
weird.
mother, would you talk about it with your children?
I've had the talk with my son
You've had
because
that?
My son's in secondary school. He's done sex education.
Yeah.
So me and him, remember, I had my son when I was 18. So I grew up with my son. So I'm not the type of parent that will hide things. We've had that talk. But the only thing that I haven't spoke deep in is protection.
Okay.
He ain't got into that stage yet. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
How old is he?
He's only 11.
Oh.
You never know these days.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna have that talk with him when he's like 13.
ready.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I feel like that's that.
What age do you think you should have that sex talk with your child?
I feel like you can't have it too early. So the age between 12 and 13 to me is a perfect thing.
Yeah.
Because if you do it too early, you're corrupting their mind.
Yeah.
You're making them inquisitive. Oh, what would my mum said this? Let me search on the internet and see what that.
Yeah.
And this is where the porn sites come on.
That's
Do you get what I'm
true.
saying?
Like you said, once they start having the sex education at school, they
Yeah.
start
They
knowing.
becoming
That's your
inquisitive.
green to start with a
Yeah.
little level. There's levels to
Yeah.
giving your child sex talk.
Sex talk.
I've already
Absolutely.
given him level 1.
There we
And that's
go.
all
Yeah.
he needs to know. Like the autonomy, like how, what's it called? Babies are created. Yes, it
But I
involves
mean-
2 individuals. He knows all of that.
But I mean, to be fair, like nowadays, like especially like in the raunchy music that's being produced nowadays, like Nicki Minaj, all these Cardi B, they be talking about, you know, I want you to hit that dangly thing with my throat, you know? So they are exposed to it way earlier.
It's
They
true,
are.
but
Do you
it
know
just
what I mean?
depends on the parent. If
Yeah.
that parent is listening to that,
So you think as a parent, you shouldn't be allowing your children to listen to that type of music?
there's boundaries. You get what I'm saying? For me, I wouldn't allow my child, especially my daughter, which I've got, to listen to those type of songs.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll let her listen to the artist, but not all of the artist songs are the same. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's boundaries.
Boundary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'll decide when I have a child.
It's
I don't know how I
being
feel
a
about it because
parent-
I'm like, they're gonna see it regardless.
They're gonna see it
It's
regardless.
everywhere,
Yeah,
like,
you
literally.
can't hide
control.
it.
Yeah, you can't hide
Yeah.
that. You can set your rules and your boundaries.
Yeah,
They're gonna go outside and probably
exactly.
listen to it.
Literally,
But
yeah.
as long as they know, look, this is right. Mom says this. You know,
Like,
there's got to be
with
Yeah,
my-
that's what I'm. That's
with
what
my
I'm trying to talk
children,
about,
with my children, I have trust and understanding with them. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, we've built trust. We've built communication.
That's beautiful.
Like,
So I think
my son would
instead
never
of having
hide.
an age on it, I think it's monitoring your children when you realize that they are actually having the knowledge. So when you're noticing things like they're going on porn sites, they could be 9 and going on porn sites. They don't have to be 12 to be seeing that. When you notice that they listen to a certain type of music,
Poor souls, they're
be
so
on top
young.
of it. Be like, okay, you know, like look at the magazines that they're having around. Like, be like, okay, I think my son knows this. Okay, now let me just let him know. Do you know what I mean? Because either way, they're gonna find out.
It's true.
And then that's when they start experimenting with themselves, and then you're like,
Game over.
do you know what I mean?
It's true.
But no, I definitely think as parents, I'm not a parent, but parents have a big responsibility in terms of like the sex education,
Very.
because it's not existence in the Black community.
Yeah.
Like even like growing up, I think I wanted to know where to go, you know, like for advice, and maybe that's why I went on sex clinic.
Aww.
Because it's like, where do you actually go?
It's true, because
Like,
I remember when I was growing up, like, even if there was kissing scenes, my mum would quickly be like, looking for the remote.
Where's the remote?
And then she'll be like,
Close
she'll be like, oh, let me check today's football score. And then she'll change it. Do you get what I'm saying?
you know what I mean? Like, my mom would be like, is this blue film? Blue film?
At least your mum warns you that it's blue film. Mine is, let me check football score. Do you get what I'm saying? So I used to think like, like, what's wrong? Like, is this really bad that I can't watch? You get what I'm saying? And it made me inquisitive.
Yeah.
I wanted to find
wanted
out
to
things.
know more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sex is good.
Hey, Esther.
For adults, okay?
Adults.
For adults.
Kids don't have
Absolutely,
sex.
why
Yeah.
not?
Don't have
And I
sex.
also feel like sex is a taboo in the Black community because like our parents always preach to us, oh, sex before marriage is bad. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think
So
religion
yeah, religion-wise,
big aspect to
so
play on sex.
if you have sex before your marriage, it's like, oh shit, like I can't participate in
Yeah.
that talk. Like I can't.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm
You
saying?
start feeling ashamed and all of that.
Yeah, and I think our community, they will shame you,
Exactly.
and especially when you have a child very young.
Yeah.
How did you have that? Did you? Because it was quite young. I guess not that young.
Yeah, I
but
was 18. So my parents was very disappointed in me.
Really?
Especially my dad. Rest in peace, Dad. What's it called? He was a big figure in like the Ghana community. Like a lot of people knew him. So it was down to shame for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but when my son came, he loved him. Do you get what I'm saying? My mum loved my son. So yeah, it broke down all of that barrier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm here today.
You're
Do you
still
get
here
11
with
years
your
on?
beautiful
Yeah.
children. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. But yeah, I think we should stop shaming, especially women. I think they don't even shame men that much in our community. I feel like when men talk about, you know, like hitting women, like what did they say?
What?
Like banging women. I don't know what they say. What did men say?
Oh, in terms of sex.
Yeah, breaking their backs and
yeah.
stuff. When they talk about it, I think like it's like you're a womanizer, they idolize you. But if a woman is like, I like sex, it's kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
No, why?
The,
Calm down.
man, you're loose. You're
Do you know
high.
what
Do you know
I
what I'm
mean? Like, I'm
saying?
like, guys, sex is good. It actually has benefits. You know, like,
Tell us about them benefits.
ejaculating and just coming and all that stuff. It's good for your mental health. You know, it gets your, like...
So how about those that are virgins? Like, how can they...
I have a lot of repressed emotions.
Hey.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with virgins. That's what you want to do. Make sure you keep it for your husband. It will make you feel happy. But I can't do it. I'm so
Each
sorry.
to their own, innit?
Each to their own.
Each to their own.
Imagine you didn't experience sex until you marry.
There are people like that though, and I can't speak.
And then you
for
find
them,
out
but-
like he's dead. Oh my God, I will kill myself. Imagine, like you literally
Right.
waited and then you're like 25. You've not had sex till you were 25. And then he puts it in, you can't even feel it.
Like after they got married.
Yeah, and
that's
you're married and you're
heartbreaking.
yeah,
stuck
that
with
would
it.
be heartbreaking.
And you don't even know your body. I think that's another thing about sex. It's like women knowing their bodies.
Yeah.
Understanding
You've not had that
themselves.
time to experience, like, what do I like?
It's true.
What does it for me? Do you know what I mean?
honestly.
And I
Yeah.
just think, I don't know.
You got a little point there.
Literally. And I think another thing that I've noticed in our community, a lot of black women have not experienced squirting. What do you lot think?
Do you know what it is? Is like you said, a lot of women don't know their bodies, so they can't tell the guy what to do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's
That
certain
is so
girls
true.
out there that are like, I've never squirted. I don't think I can squirt. It's because you don't know your
don't
body.
know your body.
You don't
That
know
is
your
so
body
true.
to instruct your man
Yeah.
how to play with your body.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And even not to even instruct your man, to do it yourself.
True.
Like, you got some toys, you know.
But then everybody's not
bored?
into, playing with themselves. So
But
that's-
you can Google everything.
everything is on Google.
Get on
Literally.
YouTube. Contact Izzy.
Don't contact me for that.
Contact Esther.
Help
the
you,
sex
girl.
guru.
I want to make sure black women are squirting,
Oh, my
enjoying
days.
sex. Like, I want to make sure we are happy. Because sex is good for the soul. No, but on the real, like, I spoke to a lot of my friends and they're like, I've never squirted. Like, or they'll be like, I only found out I could squirt. Like, a big 26-year-old is saying, I only found out I could squirt last year. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. When I experienced squirting, my whole...
She's in heaven, basically.
It was like a fantasy. Like, I was like, wow, this is possible. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think it was just so sad. And unfortunately, it was, okay, I don't know. Okay, we're not going to go into that. But I think when I experienced that, it was quite late on in my adulthood. And I was just like, how am I only
just finding
experiencing that? And I think that's maybe because sex education, but not talking about it. I think there should be more sex shows. Like Sex Clinic, it's like a white thing. That's why they really were pushing to get me on the show, because you don't see black people go on there.
That's true.
So it's like they don't reach out to black people. But I think there should be more people willing to go on these shows, because representation matters. When I was on there was a lot of black women tuning in.
Yeah.
Some people, as much as I got so much hate, there was a lot of women that were like, I've actually wondered, what makes a good vagina?
Bonnets.
Thanks, Esther. Now I know, because I'm not even gonna lie. I learned things like using Kegel bowls, like to strengthen your muscles down there.
I was about to say, I love Kegel balls, but not that I've used them.
Tell us about it.
Not
Tell us
that
what
I've
you
used
love.
them. I just love the concept about it. It strengthens the whole
Everything.
everything. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So I just love the idea about that. Like,
Yeah.
why not? If there are things to help you strengthen your punane,
Why not use it?
yeah, why not use it?
And like even like anal as well. That's too much for you. Is that too much? No, but
I'm
like
scared. That area, I'm scared.
Is it that
Me
too
too.
much? But I wanted to know, and I think we shouldn't be scared of it. It should be something that is, it's a pleasurable thing. And that's another question I asked on Sex
Personally,
Innit?
for me, that's a no-go area.
No?
Yeah.
Personally,
You're not
for
trying
me.
to have a man go down there.
No.
No.
But is
In
that
my headscarf and hair bonnet and all. No.
But is that again to do with the like lack of sex talks in our community?
It's just
Because-
disgusting. That's
disgusting.
number
That one is a
two.
preference, a deep preference. You've got to want to have
But preference
that.
comes from like society and like in the white community, like anal sex is like a
Listen,
standard,
Esther.
and going down on a woman eating her bunda, what should you call it? I call it bunda.
Yeah.
Eating her bunda is a normal thing.
It is normal, and I know a lot of people who do
it's
that
normal.
and practice that. But I personally is a big
It's a no.
no-go.
But a
Yeah.
lot of black women is like a no. And I think it's that because we don't know how to really enjoy it and the things to do. Like
I'm
when
gonna
I-
be so honest with you,
Yeah.
Esther. If a man that I really like, goes down and licks my boudoir, I can't
Kiss him again.
I can't kiss him again. Yeah,
Sorry, clean.
it doesn't
No,
matter.
no,
I can't fathom that he's
I can't
actually
even look at you
gone
like
down
that
there, licked my boudoir, and then I have to kiss him. Like I can't
But
do
you know
it.
you can clean it. Like there are actually equipments that you can.
I don't
because that's how gay
care.
people do it.
I know, but that's them. I'm a heterosexual.
Personally, if anybody is listening here and likes to eat boudoir, contact me. Thanks, management.
Esther,
I'm joking.
this is not an OnlyFans. This is a podcast. Wrong app, babe. Wrong app.
I'm joking. But personally, I just think
I had to turn this way.
I just think it's just like, why is it such a big deal? Like, as long as you're clean, you had a shower, what did you call it? There's a word for it when you can clean, because you have equipment where it goes inside and it will clean the inside.
Eh?
No, a way to flush your insides.
Colon
like, ready
cleanse.
for
Okay.
There's a word for it. I can't remember it right now, but there's a word for it. Douching.
But do you know that douching is not good?
Bad.
Why is it bad?
Because it can cause you BV, no?
Exactly.
It's for your anal.
It doesn't matter. Do you know?
Well, I was advised by sexperts that obviously when you're doing anal, you should like douche because
you're putting water in there.
No, obviously it flushes it out.
It flushes it out,
Anything
and
that's
then
in
you leak afterwards. Just water dripping. Because I've heard
so
that
like
happens.
you guys are against even anal, so not even eating, like you're against anal.
Nothing is seeing
Not in
that area. The only
nothing.
thing that's seeing that area
The
is my
toilet pot.
thongs,
And
or
my
my
toilet pot.
knickers, or a pad, or my toilet bowl.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, see, I would talk about. I don't want to make it like a personal experience, but I think that's why maybe
speak
white
upon
people
it.
are a bit more open-minded than the black community. I think white people are willing to try anything. Sometimes I know there should be a limit, but I think, especially my experience, maybe white guys and black guys, I feel like black men are not willing to try stuff. Like, come on, we have men that are like, I don't bocat. We shouldn't even be proud of that. And then imagine now you want to do anal. And then you want to now tell him to eat the boudoir. And I'm just like, you know what? Meek Mill does it. Meek Mill says he likes to go down and yam on the boudoir.
Then go to
He
America
hits
and
the
be
booty
Mill.
like, I will go to America. I need somebody to
Definitely.
eat it like groceries.
Oh my God.
My man has to be open-minded to it. I'm so sorry.
Mick Mill and I would never be friends.
Yeah.
And anyone that agrees
No one
with
is
him
touching
as
my
well.
ass with their
But
mouth.
you make sure you're clean when you're doing it, obviously.
I understand the fact that you've got to be clean. I understand the fact that there are people that are open-minded and that it's okay. But
it's a no.
it's a no.
Is that because you've never experienced it?
Number one, I've never experienced it and I don't want
Don't
to
want
experience
to.
it. That's it.
That's it.
We got aunties in here.
Oh, I am a proud auntie.
I understand. It's
Yeah.
fine. The pleasure of that is fine. It's fine. You do you, basically.
Yeah.
But it's just a no for me personally. There's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
I think
that.
I'm just trying to explore because I had this talk
Yeah.
at work. There was this white girl.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, it's a normal thing in like the white community to eat boudoir and for anal is not even like a conversation, right? So and even like eating vagina. And we had this conversation at work, and then this white girl was like, so she was dating a black guy, and he was just like, I would never go down there. Like, he just said it to her straight. I wouldn't go down there. And she was like, what? What do you mean? Like, you're a grown-ass, like, it was like 29. Like, what do you mean you're not gonna go down there? Like, I'm a woman. I have needs, you know? Am I gonna keep using my toys? Like, I don't want you to... We're not in the 18th century where, like, you literally just... and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, now, women want more. And I think, especially in the white community, we had a massive conversation about it at work where she was like, I'm going to leave him. I can't deal with that. There's no, like, that's like a red flag.
Is it
How?
that big?
Like, it was like, what do you mean you can't go down there? Like, what? I personally was telling her, like, obviously, it's our community. I was trying to explain to her, it's what he's used to. I mean, a lot of black women don't even want guys to go down there. Do you know what I mean? So that's what he's used to. He's never been told or taught how to do it. And he's probably scared. Like, what if I do it wrong? What if I don't enjoy it? And obviously it's disgusting and all that stuff. And one of the things that she was picking on, like, upon, and she kept talking about was, I wanted to understand why he didn't want to do it. Did he think it was dirty? Or it's just because he was just being stubborn? I was asking him why,
make me
and he
understand as
couldn't
well.
give me an answer. And I was just trying to explain to her, like, girl, he's just not used to it. You really just don't know how to. Do you know what I mean? And
I think if you're curious about it, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But it all starts with curiosity. If you're curious and you want to experience that, If your thought is there, you understand, we are different individuals. I personally am never gonna be curious.
But do you not think that's because every time you see on the TL, it's like men are like, I'm not a bocat, and it's like, oh, why would you eat booty? It's so dirty. Because I think the fact that people say it's so dirty, like sex is dirty. You're putting like your pee hole into another pee hole and call it pleasure. Sex in general is dirty. Even like kissing, saliva upon saliva. You don't know what bacteria's in there. You know, putting your fingers in someone. It's dirty. So where's the line? So now, is it because now it's feces?
Yeah, because it's feces.
Is it because now it's feces?
God
It's alive. But you can still clean yourself. So I'm just like, why do we have a limit in our community where it's like, that you can't do. This is dirty, but that isn't.
I just feel like everyone has their preference.
Yeah, that's a preference thing, honestly. Preference, curiosity, and all of that.
So you think it's just a preference thing, but do you think we should try to explore it? Be open to exploring it?
People can be open. Go ahead and be open. People.
But what I'm saying is a lot of black people aren't because they deem it dirty.
Well, black people, please do not deem it dirty.
If you deem it dirty, if you don't deem it
But
dirty...
you don't think it's
up to
dirty.
you.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Why do you think it's so dirty?
Because that's my preference. I feel like I poo
I think
there.
people they hide under preference.
You know
Like,
what?
because it's
I
like
don't
when you
understand
say
how you want me to explain.
No, I'm not saying you should. Nah.
No, I'm just
you guys
saying
do whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general.
It's like when we talk to black men and they say they just like light-skinned women. That's my preference. Obviously, it's like, why is that your preference? You know what I mean? Is it because of society? Is it because that's what you've seen growing up? And that's what I'm trying to understand. What do you think is made that your preference?
You see how some people don't like pineapple on pizza? It's a preference.
Exactly.
And I think for me, it's just one of those things. I've tried pineapple on pizza. You know, it's a preference. I can go from there and decide if I like it or not like it. But I think it's a preference thing. It's not because I've seen people talk about it as it's dirty or anything. No, my mind is open, but I just don't want to.
I think we're sidestepping the question, but
You think so?
A little.
You want me to be open-minded.
Yeah, I don't want you to be open-minded. I want you to say maybe it's to do with society or the way you've been raised. You know what I mean? Like, actually go into it. Is it just because your friends don't do it, or is it because
I just don't want to do it?
This one is just...
When I'm constipated, it hurts. So why the hell would I want to D up in there?
Oh my god.
That's it.
So you would I think I just have to accept it's a preference.
Yeah.
Like that girl was asking at work. She was like, I really just wanted to understand why. Because
She just wants to go in our minds.
I want to dig it out because
I just don't know what else to say.
I've always just been open-minded to anything. Obviously, there's like I've not reached my limit yet. I think there might be something I will witness one day and I'll be like, okay, I can never do that. But
Woo.
I've been quite open-minded, but I've been around a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
Well, like, even going down on their man, it's like their limit. And I always thought, why? Because I've always been open to it. But I think it'll be interesting to see why some people are like, I would never do this or do that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, so for those that are open-minded, put it down below. Because Esther will read it.
I want to know!
Period. She's going to have a word with you.
Yeah, but I do think, please, men, stop bragging about the fact that you are not a bocat. It's nothing to be bragging about. Can we agree on that at least? Because it looks like the sex topics we are all not agreeing.
I feel like some people are just private. Do you get what I'm saying? They don't want to be screaming like to the world, oh my gosh, I'm a bocat. Maybe they don't want to say it. Maybe they're diverting it because it's personal to them. I don't know. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, I agree with the personal.
Yeah.
If you don't like to talk about those stuff, fair enough. I'm saying it's like when you go out your way to be like, I'm not a bocat. And like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
It's even the way you
just
say it.
be quiet. Like, it's
Yeah.
fine. If you don't want to talk about your private, that's okay. No one is making you. But the fact that you want to bring chest and be like, I don't bocat.
Those
like,
guys
why?
that say that are bocats. And
think?
yeah,
Most
that's
time.
why they're
Most time.
shouting it
They're
so
shouting
much.
with their chest.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
And another thing that I always hear is a lot of the time when black men date a lot of white women, and when they start saying, "Oh, I don't date black women," they try to say it because white women are open to doing stuff. Have you heard about that? When they're like, "Oh, they're slutty. They will like do anything." And like black women are a bit more rigid.
Yeah, I've heard
They
that.
wouldn't.
I've heard
I've
what's
seen
it
that
called?
on the
White women
TL.
are more open and stuff. Yeah, not the slutty part, but yeah.
Not slutty, but you know what I mean. Slutty in a good way, not like in like she's a hoe, as in
She just likes to experiment.
yeah,
more, I
will
guess.
give you a bit more.
I've heard of
sexual
that.
pleasure.
I've seen it somewhere on the TL, probably on Twitter or something like that. But it's stuff right there.
Any opinions on that?
I don't know.
It's like, okay, go date your white women then.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things you see, you read, and then you're like, okay, I'm not the white woman, so continue.
That's fair. That's a way to deal with it. Yeah, we do not care. If you like white women because they have more sexual pleasures, that's not true, because I know a lot of black women like me that are open-minded.
That's
so
right.
you're just not finding the right black women. Because when I was on that sex clinic, oh my God. I realized like I felt like a virgin. And as in people were talking about, you know, when you wear the straps and in like relationships, like you and your man, you are.
Oh wow.
Is it kegging? Is that what it's called? I think it's called kegging.
Girl, I don't know.
When you I think it's called kegging. When you keg your man. But it's like...
Enlighten me a little bit. I must have heard of it, but...
So it's like basically like you're in a relationship with your man and you wear the straps. And you... I met people that did that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I would be looking my man sideways a little. If you were okay with me to do that, I'm like, are you straight? Do you like women?
Yeah, man.
But I guess it is a woman that's doing it to you.
No.
So I'm like...
Because then easily a man could too. And I'm just not... It doesn't sit right with me kegging my man anyways. Yeah. I don't think my man would even want me to do that to him. And that's
another thing that I found out. Apparently, statistically, the best sex ever is when you're about to die.
Yeah.
I know, right? I researched this. Some people have died because of it. Because they've tried to get the ultimate orgasm.
Oh my God.
That is the ultimate orgasm.
Christabel's space for this conversation.
This is really...
I feel like this is too much for everyone.
I
need more open-minded black women to come on the show and talk about it with me.
Yeah, we're going to have a
Because I feel like
different
it's 2 versus 1 right now. And I feel like we can't really go in depth.
Yeah.
And I really want to, you know, rip it
I
apart.
feel like this is another whole different topic, like on its own. It should be another episode.
Literally.
I'm just trying to...
It's a sex talk, a whole sex talk.
It really is. Ooh. But,
so what was the question in the beginning of the video, guys?
The question...
The hair bonnet.
We were going to discuss sex as well in the community, right?
So...
we just stayed on that topic for way too long.
Way too long.
But all in all, we did discuss, so like overall, we talked about hair bonnets. Mm-hmm. Should they feel desirable wearing the hair bonnets with their partner to sleep?
They should feel desirable. They should feel sexy. They should feel empowered. You get what I'm saying? That they're wearing their hair bonnets, they're wearing their headscarves to bed in their comfort zone. Yeah. Like they shouldn't let anyone tell them different.
Yeah.
Right.
Do your thing. I think that's my thing when it comes to women. I'm so protective of black people and women. I'm like, if that makes you happy that you don't want to wear hair bonnet, like Izzy doesn't want to wear hair bonnet with her man when they first start off. She thinks you should ease it. Do your thing.
To me, I feel like that's kind of catfishing. I don't know. Like, don't you think? Like, for example... The first time we're like staying in the same bed together, I'm in a full face of makeup. Yeah. The next time I've taken off my lashes, but my face is still on.
I think her concept is you should ease it in. So
like how?
Maybe you start with not wearing makeup to bed.
Yeah.
And then you start with maybe you got lashes on
It's long.
to bed.
That
and then
is a lot.
I'm not gonna cut my own personal things for another man. It's not working.
but I think it's okay if that's what you want to do and it works for you.
Then, girl, you have no self-esteem.
Honestly, where is your
so judgmental.
You have no love for yourself.
self-esteem? Like,
Listen.
walk up to that man, when you need to go to bed with that headscarf and head bonnet or whatever, and sleep peacefully like a
I
queen.
don't think you can tell people what makes them feel comfortable as well. If that's what makes you feel comfortable
So
with
it's
your
about
man.
comfortability.
I just think whatever works for you. I don't want anybody to tell me I can't wear my hair bonnet because I will wear it. And if you don't like it,
that's it.
out
Fair
the door.
enough.
I will
It's
even open the
preference.
door for you. You know, I would even walk you out, baby. Are you okay?
Innit?
Do you want me to carry you?
Right.
You know what I mean? But I do think if some women don't feel comfortable with it, that's okay too.
I do understand that, but I don't want women to not feel comfortable because of society.
Yeah.
I
that
do
doesn't
think
make
because of
sense.
society. Understand,
Like,
if you feel like you
no.
don't feel comfortable because of society, I think you should look into yourself and try and deal with that. But don't feel pressured because a lot of women are saying you should wear your hair bonnet. Do you know, whatever makes you happy,
Basically.
just do you. You know, if that's what your man likes, that's what you like.
Do you?
Do you,
Do
baby.
you.
But if a man tells you that you can't wear your hair bonnet, tell that man to get out the door.
And that's it.
Don't let nobody tell you how to live your life. That's how I live by. I don't tell no one how to live their life, so nobody tell me how to live my life. Simple.
That's it.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
It was a crazy episode, as if you guys
Very
seen.
crazy. You guys didn't expect that. You never expected it. But it's been lovely. We want to know your comments. Please like. Please share.
Definitely.
Please support us. Unleash Podcast.
Till the next time.
See you soon, guys.